Welcome back. And we're moving into our final segment for today, where we're joined by two fitness instructors. I have Jasmine Samuels and K1 Samuels of K1 Fitness. Good morning and welcome. And I apologize for pulling you away from your workout this morning.
Yeah, but I'm sure she won't mind it. We'll get back to it right after.
So tell us, today we're looking specifically at how you can use technology to help you achieve your fitness goals. Right. But I want, since it's the beginning of the year, just to kind of ask you, we're 3 months into the year. I'm sure they usually say the busy season in gym is usually January. Right. How many people have been sticking to their fitness goals since the start of the year?
Well, if you're asking me about my clients, then I have to say that they're all sticking with it because they know that they have to do it, pretty much for the entire time.
Yeah.
However, I think I see the decline,
Yeah.
The people are starting to show up a little bit less at the gym.
Yeah.
Not sure why, but...
Yeah, you wouldn't understand. You're into fitness.
Exactly. So I'm going to try to explain what we could do to just try to get them back on track.
So we're talking about the different technologies that you can use. And the first one we're going to be talking about is the Fitbit.
Right.
Are you pro Fitbit, anti Fitbit? What's
I'm more
your stand?
in between Fitbit.
Okay.
I'm undecided Fitbit.
Tell me.
Well, the thing is that for working out, it has as much to do with the psychological aspect as it does with the physical. Because you don't really start going to the gym until you've really mastered or mapped that psychological aspect. You gave yourself a reason, right? And you won't go to the gym without a reason, and you won't stay at the gym without a reason. Okay. Right? So what this little device does, it helps to give you a reason. Yeah. And you can literally set little small reasons as you go along for you to continue on with your overall goal, or to help you meet it at least.
So we're saying Fitbit, but it could be any activity tracker, that wearable activity tracker that you use. So essentially, there are multiple types. There are those that are like a pedometer that just track your steps. There's some that monitor your heart rate, and I don't know what else they can do. Monitor your sleep.
Your sleep. You could actually tell right away automatically how or what type of workout you're engaging in. You could set the short-term goals. Yeah. I think they call it motivational goals or something like that. Yeah. Right? That you could set hourly for the amount of steps per se that you want to complete.
Yeah. So Jasmine, tell us about how you use your Fitbit. What does it use? How does it fit into your fitness routine?
Well, I love it because it's good for everything. It's waterproof. If I do stairs, it tells me how many stairs I do for the day, and it helps me with the active minutes that I do. So it really helps me, and I try to accomplish and achieve the 10,000 steps per day. Yeah. But however, I do work out 5 days a week, so I get in my the hours, the minutes that I'm supposed to get. Yeah. To achieve my goals that I want to get. So I just love my Fitbit, and they have changeable bands too. And so I just love it.
Yeah, Jasmine's actually a client of mine.
Okay. Yes. And how have things been going so far?
Good. I love it. It really has helped me more to balance and plan my day and everything, because it also helps you regulate the water intake. Yeah. Your weight loss goals. Yeah. So I love it. I really love it.
And it does irritate you when you haven't moved enough in an hour.
Yes,
you said it.
Yes, that's the only thing. It keeps buzzing.
I got a 10 to the hour warning. Okay, you didn't meet any steps just now, so try to make it up. I have to say, I've been using it for a while now, but it's great for sleep. And I remember we've spoken about fitness many times. Right. People don't understand how important sleep is. Yes. So it also measures the quality of sleep that you get, and definitely trying to get enough. But what are your concerns about people who rely solely on technology, Fitbit tracker technology?
Well, what it does really is just pretty much help you to quantify your regular daily routines, what you would do. So in turn, you would get some type of satisfaction or even gratification from the the results that it will show you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right? But the downside to it for me, I think, is that it has its little, its downsides when it comes to accuracy.
Okay.
That's my major concern. Because really, for example, the steps. I think that they basically just mimicking the movement of that particular movement or activity will give you an additional amount of steps. Yeah. So if you get too absorbed in the numbers, you might find yourself becoming complacent. Right? If you start to realize that maybe it's going a little bit too good, and I'm not really seeing much of a change. Like, this is telling me I'm doing phenomenal, but I'm not feeling much different. And then I think that kind of makes you feel comfortable. You don't really work yourself as hard. You don't really go beyond. You don't take on some new objective.
I think that makes a lot of sense. You can't use it to build an illusion.
Right.
And I learned that one too. I think if you're gonna get in your active minutes, you gotta get it in. It's not, you can't rely on Fitbit to tell you maybe you walked a little faster down the hallway and got 2 minutes in. So that is important. And I have to say, I read a study recently and it broke my heart because it said that the 10,000 active steps, while important, and most cardiologists, most doctors will encourage that you get some movement. Right. But 10,000 steps alone is not enough if you hit that every day. You have to get in your active minutes, your recommended active minutes. Mm-hmm. So I think the study was people who didn't hit 10,000 but did do their active minutes, they were more successful with their fitness goals. Right. So you have a point there. So let's talk about what other things people can use, because technology makes life easier. It should make fitness goals easier too, right?
It should. And I'm not completely bashing the Fitbit. Yeah. I mean, like I said before, it has a lot to do with the psychological aspect. Yeah. Sticking to your workout, that is. Yeah. And I think for a lot of people who generally aren't that active, it helps you to become that way. Mm-hmm. And then later on, you could, delve into different realms or levels of fitness activity. Yeah. What else can I say about it? There are other things. Let me just dwell off it for a bit. Like, there are other apps, for example, that you can use, or that people tend to use. And although there's no replacing the human element, and I'm speaking for myself in that. Okay. They do help you to basically maximize your time. Okay. Right? If you feel like, okay, my schedule is so busy, that's why I don't really go to the gym. I kind of rely on my Fitbit to be more active throughout the day. Rely on it. And maybe I could find a way to manage a decent workout in a short amount of time. So you go and or somebody refers you to an app. Yeah. Like I am right now. Okay, so what app are you telling? Everybody's going to download it now. Well, it's an app that I found by accident, really, because my phone had stopped working once. I think it was the battery had died, and I borrowed somebody else's one, and they gave me and I tried to download the application, but I couldn't find it because it was just on my phone. And I found this one, and I found that it worked even better than the one that I had on my phone. So I started to use this one exclusively. It's a Tabata Timer. You guys aren't familiar with what Tabata is. I'm almost certain. I don't. Most people I have no idea. That it's pretty much a construct of a workout that a Japanese instructor had developed. He basically found that working actively and timing it or limiting it to just 20 seconds of just all out or 95% effort, and then resting for a short period of time afterwards, immediately after, will maximize your results. So what this timer does is it helps you to stay true to that, or it makes it a little more, because normally if you use a regular timer, 20 seconds pass, I'm still tired, I'll take a longer break, right? But this one, it has a bell, it has a very loud, annoying whistle. Yeah. You have nothing, you really don't want to do anything else other than go when you hear that whistle. But just for a short demonstration, it will give you like 10 seconds to prepare for your workout. And this one, I think I have set for about 35 seconds work and 20 seconds rest. Just a little bit more. Right? So that's the whistle that you hear at the beginning. Let me just turn up the volume a bit. It'll give you the 35 seconds for you to work. It helps you by showing you what exactly is coming up right now, the work, the rest time. If you're resting at the end of the set, I can include maybe 6 or as many cycles as you want or feel like you can handle. And You could set your rest time in between your sets. You could basically customize it to whatever duration you want to be working with it with, and it tells you the amount of time that it's going to take for you to complete this particular workout, right? So 40 minutes would be the total for this one that's displaying right now.
So, and listen, that seems like a little bit of time, but if you are in a very tough exercise, giving your all, that's gonna feel a bit long
No,
too.
definitely.
Yeah. Do you use this technique?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's time to start the other one.
Yes.
Let me just take it
Yeah.
off real quick.
Tell us about some of the work that you've been doing to reach your fitness goals.
Well, K1 is really he's really rigid and thorough in everything in his routine. So, with what he does, that's good enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I still try to maintain a good diet.
Yeah.
And get enough rest too, drink enough water, you know. So I am doing good I've been with K1 over a year now.
Okay.
So, and I love it. I love his, he does a lot of weights too. So it's not just losing weight, but it's also toning and firming up the
Preserving what
body
you have,
and
yeah.
preserving,
You say he's rigid. He seems like such a calm guy.
I am.
No.
I am.
They say differently.
And when this little thing buzzes, it's like, get it.
And that's a high intensity
Yes,
training
it
that
is.
we
Right.
talk about so often. All out pause, all out pause.
Correct.
Yes.
Not stop, but pause.
No, pause. Active rest.
Yeah. So we talked about the Tabata Timer, the Fitbit. What else can people use?
Well, themselves. And I think I really, really wanted to stress that a lot because you're already relying on your Fitbit, just to keep you a little bit more throughout the day. You rely on the timer now, and you can basically throw whatever movement you want into the timer and create a workout for yourself. It doesn't really have to be some complex type of movement. The point is that you're going to be doing it constantly for a period of time, right? So
We have a jump rope.
that is exactly why we have a jump rope.
And Jasmine, is this why he brought you?
Oh no.
I'm going to be displaying with this one. Demonstrating with it. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so for example, I'm just going to do it without the timer then.
Now, before we even start, people see a jump rope and they're like, exercise, skipping.
Why?
No, it's great exercise, right?
It is,
Why?
it is,
Tell me.
Definitely. You tend to burn a lot more calories in a lot less time with skipping because it works your legs, it works your butt, it works your arms. And if you're doing it maybe on one leg, leaning to the side a bit more, it becomes a little bit more stressful for your core. So you could pretty much change it up to suit whatever area you want to work even more, and I'll show that to you guys in a bit.
Let's see.
All right, so I'll start off with the basic.
You have to pull the chair.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's a space. All right.
Start off with the basic skip. What most people do when they're warm up even. And you can basically increase the speed that you do for a set amount of time to make the workout a little bit more challenging for you. So it's something that simple, just increasing the speed of it. Woo,
Okay.
Just increasing the speed by a little bit, but keeping the time the same gives you a little bit more from your workout in a short amount of time. So I'm basically showing that to the guys who feel like they don't have enough time to throw in a decent workout for the day.
Yeah.
It's that simple, right? So now for people who and feel like they could really get a lot out of the skipping rope session, you can take it slow, excuse me again, slow for a longer amount of time. And you basically choose a variation of the jump that will help you to preserve as much energy as possible, right? And pace, let it seem effortless even though I'm skipping the rope a little faster, and then that'll work my arm a little better in turn.
It's like a fan over here. That's crazy. And you even spoke about doing it on one leg too, as a variation. So if you're doing that at home and you want to synchronize your timer with it, that's when you would do a really fast pace for a number of seconds, stop, and then start again.
You got it. Or you could even pair it with another bodyweight exercise.
Okay. All right. So what else do you want to share with us before we wrap up?
I want to tell you guys about some upcoming events, I think.
Yeah.
People to find out what exactly is being offered in.
Look, he's out of breath already. That's how good it works. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
In Belize, there's an upcoming fair, I believe at the Biltmore, that RF&G is getting to, putting together. Apart from that, the summer's coming up, and there are going to be several competitions that people will be throwing out as well.
Yeah.
There was a recent fair that was held at SJC.
Fitness fair?
Right, for the younger students. And they welcomed a lot of businesses in as well. So if you were there, or if you're familiar with that type of stuff, you can expect to see something more eloquently displayed at the Biltmore.
Biltmore. Okay, well, we'll look out for that. And of course, if people want to get in touch with you for joining in on your class or doing private training, how do they get in touch?
We're on Facebook at k1fitness.bz. Sorry, we're on Instagram as k1fitness.bz. On Facebook at K1 Fitness. My contact number is 615-1490. You could reach me there. You can also email us at k1fitness.bz@gmail.com.
Yeah.
If you're in meal programs, you could email k1fitnessmeals at gmail.com. And
there you go.
somebody will attend to you as quick as possible.
Quite a number of opportunities to get in touch, and even if you fell off the wagon with your New Year's resolution, you can still do it, right? Any advice, Jasmine, to stick with it for over a year?
Yes.
What was your secret?
What's your advice?
Just consistency.
Yeah?
Consistency, and K1 is very good. He keeps motivating us, and just keep doing something. Even if you cannot make it at the gym, you still do something, go walk. You know, keep busy, do something.
You never get comfortable or satisfied.
Well, thank you very much for being here, right?
Thank you for having us.
We are going to go ahead. We have to wrap up the show, I believe, at this point, or we're going to a break. And when we come back, we'll wrap up the show, so stay tuned.